Alright folks, it's incredible. Today is a nice rainy day. There's been a steady rain now for the last, couple of hours. There it is. Now, I've come out to my pen shelter here, looking fairly dry inside there. Now, I must admit that I've cheated a bit. I've thrown a few pieces of thatch roof in, which we had left over from making the shop over there. I'm just throwing that over the awning that's protecting my doorway. This is my theory of having a cover or a roof over a fire. I'm going to try and make a fire. This is very haphazard. I'm doing this very quickly. I wasn't expecting rain today, and the shelter's not even fully finished, especially my awning. The shelter's not too bad, but the awning, I had a few palm fronds here. I've had no time to really fully waterproof this awning over the fire area and over the door. If I can boil water in a rain situation, then it's mission accomplished. I've got no preparation for this whatsoever. All I've got is just a small amount of wood that I had lying there. It's got a bit damp. That wood was out here getting wet. I moved it under cover, and what you need to do in a survival situation is collect as much wood as you can and put that into your shelter and make it as dry as possible. If you've got plastic bags, Ziploc bags, you collect your tinder and firewood. The goal is to keep as much wood as dry as possible. That's why a shelter has to be fairly big to store firewood in your shelter as well. It's got to sleep you, but also store your firewood. It's got to be kept dry. There's a roof protecting my pen shelter. Let's get a fire going, and I've got no other firewood stored anywhere. I can see how the rain is still coming down. It's a nice steady rain for a couple of hours now. I did have some tinder material over there under a tree, which I just grabbed and brought right into my shelter. Some bird's nests and nice fluffy downy sort of grass material like that. So hopefully that's going to be my tinder. Coming over here to a stack of wood. You can see how wet all this stuff is. Let's break into it and try to get as much wood as I can. You can see the water flowing down like that. There it is. The first thing you've got to do is not panic in these situations. Stay calm and stay slow. What I'm going to do, the ground's a bit damp, build a quick platform. I don't have much wood here at all. I've got to collect more wood out there, and everything out there is wet. What I've done is I've allowed myself two tools, my M1 machete and my smaller working knife. And I grabbed a ferrocerium rod from the house very quickly. Let's see what's in here. Break into some wood, it's one wood with my M1 machete. You're going to get into dry wood and make it smaller for fuel so it's going to burn better. I've got to keep a dry stack of wood inside my shelter, so anything I make, dry-wise, I'm going to put inside and keep dry. Nice stack of dry wood there. Shaving down wood. The inside of this wood that I've been trying to open, and I'm going to shave it down to a very small shavings. I'll make a stack of really small shavings here. I've got a bit of a feather stick working here. I've got my tinder here, which is basically a real bird's nest. I'm going to try and get going now, and it's still raining. I've got water dripping on my head here. My ferrocerium rod just broke, would you believe? There you go, broke in half. Just goes to show how much I use the damn thing. Never seen that happen before. I've got half a ferrocerium rod here, guys. Still raining here as well. What I'm doing is I'm feeding the fire by shavings. Got some nice dry sticks. The inside of those, that big stick that I've been on before, I'm just shaving down that inside part, and it's my fine kindling. Just keep that baby going. I used a real live bird's nest, which luckily I had under a tree back there. And I'm in my primitive shelter in the rain. The pen series of videos are all online, you can see how it's been made. The one thing I didn't show was the awning really being made. So what I've done is I've shaved down as much wood as I can. Just like that. I rustled up a pond hanger, got a nice fire going, and there's my Ferrocerium rod, broken half on me, in the rain, in my primitive shelter. The rain's almost stopped, guys. What a shame. But there was a heavy, steady rain for about 2 hours. And when I started, there was rain. It's just stopped now. And I'm sure you'll agree, I'm going to boil my water easily. Got a sustainable fire going. Just using my machete, my smaller working knife, and a Ferrocerium rod. But luckily I had a bird's nest back there under a tree that I saved. So that's the moral to the story, is to always save tinder. In plastic bags and waterproof bags, always have your tinder. Even during the day when you're walking, always be on the lookout for tinder material, bird's nest, very fine material, that sort of floppy grass. It's sort of downy sort of material like that. You want to always pick up and save in your pockets, in plastic bags, in your pack, wherever. Stop raining, so job's done. You can see right there, the key was the baton. To get the hack into wood, the baton would open, shave the wood down, get into dry wood, collect that dry wood, keep the dry wood and fuel in your shelter to keep it dry. You have tinder already saved, dry. Build yourself a wooden platform to get off the damp ground, make a fire under a roof, and that's pretty much all there is to it. But here's the aftermath, the fire. It's the same afternoon. Stopped raining, sun's almost come out. Here's a shelter. There's a fire. The pot. Job done. Shelter held up pretty well. Pretty dry inside. Still got the tinder laying there. I think that was a pretty good demonstration. That's what we do here at T.A.C.S, and that's what you can experience if you come here for a class. Rain, hail or shine, we get out and do the proper survival techniques. Today it was raining. I jumped straight out into the rain to make a fire. Job done. In the primitive shelter, my Ferrocerium rod broke in half. I mean, that's just an indication of how much I use the damn thing. But it stopped raining, the job was done. You saw the fire. I could have boiled water quite easily, so some techniques for making a fire in the rain: get into dry wood. Baton the wood open, shave it down, get into dry wood inside the wood. As long as you've got a roof, you try to keep wood as dry as possible in a shelter, in plastic bags. You want to collect tinder and keep that in plastic bags, keep it as dry as possible, even in your shirt, in your pockets, anywhere. And as the rainy season comes, I want to work on this scenario of fire in the rain, especially in a country like Thailand, in the tropics, in the wet season. It's going to be my #1 priority to make fire in rain situations. You've got to boil water, you've got to cook food and so forth. So I hope you found that interesting, and I'll see you next time.